There's a question from Doc Bob Romano, or Romano as the case may be, depending upon where you live. Some places they call it Romano. Some places they say Romano. I have a feeling that this is someone who goes by Romano. Do you think the Steelers will utilize Jay Fields in any way like the Saints used Taysom Hill? Absolutely, positively. It was the first thought I had when the news broke 13 days ago of the Steelers acquiring Justin Fields from the Bears for a 6th-round draft pick in 2025. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Between Russell Wilson for $1.2 million and Justin Fields for a 6th-round pick in 2025, Art Rooney should be wearing a ski mask everywhere he goes from now to the end of the football season. Because this is a double heist. A heist on the NFL and the Broncos with Wilson, and a heist on the Bears with Justin Fields. I think they're going to get him out there. This isn't a question of putting your best quarterback on the field. And there's a chance maybe he will be the best quarterback. But even if he's not the starter, you put your best 11 players on the field offensively. And I'm not saying he's going to be blocking. He's going to be out there. He's going to be doing things, I think. I think Arthur Smith, the new offensive coordinator, has already drawn up plays. And then you throw Cordell Patterson into the mix. Think about the kind of mismatches the Steelers can create. And you know what teams like to do when you have versatile players who have expansive skill sets? That's when you shift into overdrive and go no huddle. Because then you get a favorable defensive alignment. You get personnel out there that you want to lock in. We're not going to make substitutions. We're just going to move guys around. You want those Swiss Army knife players that can do a lot of different things, and then you hit the no huddle button and you start moving those guys around and you create real mismatches. So I expect to see Justin Fields all season long. Less than 51% of the plays, because that upgrades a 6th-round pick to a 4th-round pick. But you know what? If it's working, who cares? And if he's the best quarterback, I think he'll be the starter. If he clearly shows that he's better than Russell Wilson, he'll be the starter, and Russell will be the backup at $1.2 million. He won't be released before the start of the season. He'll be a good soldier because he needs this year to set the stage for next year. And if Justin Fields ends up starting, there's a chance he gets injured and the door opens for Russell Wilson. Anyway, that leads to the next question. Pats fan 0910, earlier this week you mentioned how Russell Wilson needs to help his Canton chances by playing well in Pittsburgh. Who is closer to the Hall of Fame, Russell Wilson or Matthew Stafford, and is either actually close to being in? That's a great question. And I don't say that just to buy time. It really is a great question. Looking at the overall statistical achievement, and we've got both guys winning a Super Bowl. Neither guy was the Super Bowl MVP. It was Malcolm Smith for the Seahawks in Super Bowl 48. And it was Cooper Kupp, should have been Aaron Donald in Super Bowl 56 for the Rams. 15 seasons for Stafford. He's got 56,000 passing yards. He is much higher on the all-time list than folks would realize. 357 touchdown passes, 180 interceptions. Russell Wilson in 12 seasons, 43,000 passing yards, 334 touchdowns, 106 interceptions. 2 Pro Bowls for Stafford, 9 for Russell Wilson. That's amazing. But you know what? If you flip Stafford and Wilson for most of that decade of the 2010s, Stafford probably ends up in a lot of Pro Bowls as well because Russell Wilson had a much better team around him. I think for both, the jury's out. And these are both guys who spent the bulk of their careers during the Tom Brady era, easy for him to say, the Tom Brady era, Peyton Manning tail end of his career, and then the arrival of Patrick Mahomes. So these are just kind of supporting cast members for the Tom Brady-Patrick Mahomes show. Are they good enough to get in? Do they need a second Super Bowl win to get in? A second Super Bowl appearance to get in? With Kurt Warner, it was 3 Super Bowl appearances and 1 win. You've got 2 Super Bowl appearances and 1 win for Russell Wilson, 1 appearance, 1 win for Matthew Stafford. He's probably going to finish with better numbers than Russell Wilson. It could be at the end of the day, there's just one spot that goes to Stafford or Wilson, and it may take some time either way for it to happen. Neither guy is going to be a mic drop. Both guys are going to take some effort. It's going to take a coalition. It's going to take some politicking. It's going to take maybe some post-career achievements in the NFL space that will boost the perception of a playing career, just like Dick LeBeau. Dick LeBeau got in as a player, but for his storied career as a coach, he's not getting in as a player. John Madden got in as a coach, but for his storied career as a contributor, he's not getting in as a coach. Could be that there's something more that Stafford or Wilson do that will be calculated to advance their cause. Look at Eli Manning. Eli Manning's getting in anyway because his name's Manning and he's got 2 Super Bowl wins. There's only one quarterback with 2 Super Bowl wins that he played in that's not in, and that's Jim Plunkett. Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger, but he's probably getting in too. Eli Manning's getting in. This Manning cast is only going to help him year after year after year. The stuff he's done post-playing career will help him get in when the time comes. Wilson or Stafford may need exactly something along those lines. And again, there are still chapters left in the book for each of them. We'll see how they play moving forward. Can Stafford get the Rams back to a Super Bowl? That would probably get him in. Can Wilson get the Steelers to a Super Bowl? That would probably get him in. Brock Purdy has gotten the 49ers to a Super Bowl in just his second year. He is 1 year away from getting his second contract. Is his team owner, Jed York, concerned about that? Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.